Whether you're in the market for the next Apple device or if you're taking your first step into the Apple ecosystem, what you're going to get on this video is a breakdown of all of the Apple devices of your choice. This breakdown includes the year that the device was launched, and it includes what you should buy on the product that you're looking for respectively. Over the past 3 years, Apple introduced the M1 chip in the MacBook and the MacBook Pro. Apple has also released the MacBook Studio, as well as some newer versions of the Mac Mini. So out of this list, you want to look at the MacBook M1 as well as the MacBook Pro 14 and 16. Stay away from the M2 just because it's going to be released next year. Unfortunately, on this list, the iMac and the Mac Studio is a no-go. If you're looking to purchase an iMac, you might want to wait because there are going to be several iMacs that may be released, and they're going to release also a new chip that's going to be inserted in the iMac. So you want to be careful before your purchase of the iMac. And everyone, please note that your MacBook Pros are not upgradable. So whatever RAM or whatever hard drive that you receive with this Mac Pro, you're stuck with it until you get another one. We used to be able to upgrade our Mac. It doesn't work like that anymore. The MacBook 14 and 16 came out earlier this year in January, so if you were to purchase that, you'd be fine. Don't get the 13 because the 13 was released back last June. So you see how this chart kind of sort of helps you to kind of guide your buying process. Let's talk about the iWatch. You have the 8 series and you have the Ultra. Now, I just had the 8 series and the face came off of my phone. I'll show it to you. This is not good. Look at that. This is the iWatch. You can see the face. Oh, it's gone. What they're saying is the battery expanded and pushed the face off the phone. That makes sense. But in terms of the iWatch, the Ultra is probably your best case. Now, the Ultra is going to be your best bet. I would suppose to see something in the near future that Apple's going to release in the terms of iWatches. They're very popular products. I don't really see Apple coming out with a newer AirPod this year. As far as the Apple TV and the HomePod, those are the ones that are good to go. And they're probably okay forever. And they were released 2022 and recently in February 2023. Those holding out for that mini pod, looks like it might not come to us until 2024. How many of you have iPhones? I bet you all have iPhones. We all have an iPhone or two. This list or this chart is looking a little dim. I'm sorry, saying not to purchase any of them. Now, I need an iPhone, so I'm gonna probably get one, maybe the 14 or the 13. I definitely don't recommend, don't get any of the minis, don't get the 12, the 10. Why would you get a 12? So it's very interesting to me how, if you look at all of the iPhone 14, the Pros, you look at when they were released. They were all released last year. There was a heavy push for iPhones, and it's going to be like that every year. Over 70% of Apple sales are through iPhones. So that's their bread and butter. That's how they generate their revenue. Here's the iPad list and your guide of what to buy. I personally would stay away from the 11-inch iPad Pro and probably the 12.9-inch. The best one is the 10.9 iPad. iPads are kind of like a catch-22 thing. They come out every year, so you're really just going to be upgrading if you're going to be purchasing every year, which, I hope you wouldn't, but Apple has a very, very intensive marketing program. Apple tends to focus on one really, really good perk of the item that you're looking for. I would encourage you to go to an Apple store, actually get your hands on one of the items. Just play around with it, click on it, just get a feel for the size of the item and the screen size. Listen, I've got a video about the iOS 17. Now, this is an operating system that Apple is coming out with. You want to check that video out now. Go click on that if you want to get more information on what's coming up to you in regards to updates.